seen him do that before. You know, he gives up a couple runs, keeps doing what he does. He makes them earn it. You know, they hit two homers, and other than that, he had a lot of early contact, super low pitch count, and it looked like his stuff got better as the game went on, and certainly his locations. And what it does for us is saves everybody, you know. I mean, he easily could have gone back out there for the ninth. We wanted to get Clarkie an inning because he's had 4 days off, but he easily could have gone back for a complete game.
Right, 8 innings for you guys.
Yeah, but, you know, I don't want to just say it like that because, you know, he's way more than that. I mean, he's a quality major league pitcher that he's going to win us a lot of games.
How about his ability to, in that first, you know, work around some things out of his control and still give you another?
Yeah, I mean, that sums him up. You know, he's a true pro. You know, things don't get to him, they don't bother him. You're going to have to beat him. You're going to have to keep coming after him and knock him out of there if you want to, because he's going to keep doing his thing. He's got enough weapons to keep all kinds of hitters off balance. You know, breaking balls, change-ups, all that. He can pitch to both sides of the plate, up and down, so he can do it all.
What did you see from Dozier those first two plays?
Yeah, I mean, plays that he would make. You know, he knows he makes those plays. First one looked like he just maybe didn't set his feet to make the throw, fielded it cleanly. Second one fumbled it a little bit. You know, the speed of Jankowski getting down the line probably had a lot to do with that.
Positions, where's your confidence level with him at third base at this point?
He's going to play a lot of third. You know, we told him that going into the year. You know, Vinny's going to play a lot of first base. Dozier's going to play a lot of third.
And just 1-10 start for you guys at home. Just what do you make of that start?
Yeah, I don't care if it's home or road. You know, it's frustrating to lose, and everybody in there is frustrated. You know, it's not any way that we wanted to start the year, but by no means does that define how the whole year is going to go. Yeah, DeGrom looked like what you would have expected, you know, upper 90s with a good breaking ball, locating, and Dunning, you could give him credit. He kept hitting the mitt, cutters and sinkers. I mean, you know what he's going to do, and he did it. He executed his plan.
Offense's approach against.
You know, it's hard to say what your approach looks like against DeGrom because he's so powerful and locates like a finesse pitcher throwing 100 miles an hour. But, you know, I think we put a couple good swings on him. You know, Vinny hit that ball really good in the first inning. Salvi had a good at-bat. As far as against Dunning, you know, I'm not sure what to make of the approach. The guys saw the pitches well. You know, unfortunately, he located just well enough for us to keep us off the barrel.
The defensive miscues deflating in the dugout, especially when the offense is.
I didn't feel anything different. I mean, you know, yeah, nobody's happy when that happens, but it certainly wasn't like, oh, the game's over. I mean, guys were fighting, guys were in the game, guys were into every pitch.